So the fastest engineers I know, they work slowly. That sounds like a contradiction, right? But I swear to you, it's not a contradiction. Every junior developer I've worked throughout my career, project experiences, and that I've met online as well, the majority of them, like 90% of them, 90%, even 95% of them, they wanted to code faster. They wanted to deliver more features. They wanted to learn new frameworks every time, learn new technologies all the time. So they always wanted to do more, more, more. And I was that guy as well. Okay, I was that guy. But it was when I started to actually analyze how engineers think and how they think is very different, is a different kind of speed. They they're not trying to think, like they're not trying to type more code. They're trying to think better, think deeper. Today I wanted to share with you guys why slowing down is actually the most counterintuitive career rack software engineer that you could possibly have today in this world we are living. And why in the age of the AI we're living today, this actually, I would say, matters more than ever, because AI can type code faster than you, than me, than everyone, right? So let me tell you a little bit about my worst year in my engineer career. I was 25, 26, and I was working at a face-based startup, shipping features every sprint, and my manager kind of called me Lucas delivers, Lucas is fast, Lucas is good. But I was kind of proud of that. I won't lie to you. My ego uh, was like high, and kind of I like kind of wore like a badge right here. But let me tell you, here's what really happening back then. I was writing code faster. Then on the next week, I kind of forget what I wrote because I was writing so fast. I was solving problems over problems, and because I never stopped to actually understand the code base, understand the actual flow and reason why the problems were really happening. I was just trying to solve quickly. And I never stopped to understand the patterns beneath that. And that was a big mistake. But this mistake actually was the best thing that happened to me, because this mistake was the one that the most learned and taught me in my career. So my PRs were getting merged, my technical judgment wasn't growing too much. Um, but I was assigned to work at that moment with a senior architect and a guy named, I'm actually not gonna name his name here, but he was the most like senior engineer of the team. He was respected a lot. He's been coding like for 25 years, and he was the complete opposite of all the best developers I've known till now. He was just slow, but like frustratingly slow. I would have like anger with him because it was so slow. I go faster, man, go faster, and he was continued to be slow. So he would sit there staring at the screen, thinking, writing notes on his pen and a paper, like really simple. not like a lucid chart, mind maps, no, like just a pen and a paper. And I remember thinking like, how did this guy even get hired here? So it was really funny to me at that time. And then I watched him like kind of solve in one afternoon. One afternoon, he solved the problem that had blocked like three other engineers from like 3 weeks to 2 to 3 weeks in a row. They just couldn't solve it. And this engineer, he was sitting there and he wasn't typing, he wasn't coding. I would say he just coded like 10% of the time he was into a problem. 10 to 15%, not even that, I guess. I guess 10% is a good number. And then I kind of was watching him, analyzing him, and he didn't just fix the problem. He restructured the entire approach so that the problem couldn't never happen again. So he wasn't slow at coding, okay? Don't get me wrong, but he was so fast at thinking that sometimes I look at him and I look to me like, man, I'm so dumb. I felt so dumb. So the speed that matters is actually isn't how fast you type, is how deeply and fast you understand and think about the problems you are solving in your experience. So let me give you this framework, okay, that I've kind of built based on that experience, and I call it like the deep over fast framework. Repeat with me: deep over fast. This is key. This is really key. It kind of has like 4 parts. The first one would be first principles and then frameworks. So principles over frameworks, always. Because the average developer, if you stop to think about it, they kind of learns React, they learn maybe Angular, maybe then Vue, then Svelte. They are always trying to chase the next trend or the next big technology that will change everything. The exceptional developers and engineers, they learn how the UI frameworks work or the backend frameworks work, same thing. So for front end, I would say component life cycles, state management patterns, reactive program. And if you stop to think, like, when you understand the principles, everything becomes easy. You learn every framework in like a weekend or 2 weekends. You get it. You got it, the framework. You got everything. The syntax, the AI can help you with the syntax. You don't need to know every point of the syntax because the AI can help you with that. It's much better than you. So I see developers with like 10 years of experience who have 1 year of understanding. So it's really like, don't be that person, you know. Before you learn the next tool of your career, please ask yourself, do I understand why this tool exists? What problem did people have before it, right? The pillar 2 of the 4 parts of the framework, I would say, is the architecture before code. So what I mean saying that is, here's a habit that changed me a lot. Before I write any kind of code, I spend 30 minutes or even maybe sometimes an entire hour if the problem is complex. I spend 30 minutes with a blank document. I ask 3 questions. What is the actual problem I'm solving? Not the ticket description, the real problem. Number 2, what will this solution look like in 6 months, in 1 year, in 2 years? Will it scale? Will it be maintainable? And will people understand that? Will other developers understand that? And number three, what are the ways this could go wrong? These three questions will change the way you code. Most developers skip this entirely. They don't even ask any question. They just go and start coding like crazy. So 30 minutes of thinking, very simple, will save you, I swear to God, 30 hours of refactoring in the near future, okay? The third pillar is one thing at maximum depth. One thing at a time at maximum depth. What I mean by that is that the current market doesn't reward you to be a generalist. And not even at the highest levels, okay? So deep work is what you need to do if you don't do it yet. You need to remove all distractions and focus entirely on one problem at a time. I've never seen anyone earn 300K per year because they knew a little bit of everything as well, okay? This is the other thing you need to know. So don't be a generalist, be a specialist, and one thing at a time. I've seen people earn that because they were the person like for Angular architecture, or the person for the system design, or the person like responsible for the performance optimization. So pick one thing. Don't go crazy. Pick one thing. Go so deep that you see patterns nobody else does. This is what differentiates you. For me, that's like Angular and clear architecture on front end, where I am more specialist than back end. I spent years in this, not because Angular like is the best framework. I don't care about that debate, but because depth creates value for the companies and projects and everything, really. Depth makes you irreplaceable. When you are irreplaceable, you have leverage. When you have leverage, you negotiate power. Okay? The last pillar and the fourth pillar are systems over sprints. So the sprint mentality is killing a lot of engineers nowadays because ship this week, hit the deadline, move the tickets, and basically repeat. You become like a feature factory. The engineers I admire, the ones building real careers, real systems, real SaaS, real wealth, real impact in the world, they think in systems. So what I mean by that, they ask, what recurring problems can I eliminate forever? Not for the next week, not for the next month, but forever, or for the next like 10 years, 20 years. They build tools, they create good documentation that saves hours across the team. They design patterns that prevent entire categories of different bugs. One system that saves like 10 hours a week is definitely worth more than like 100 features that you are shipping. Okay, so again, sprints measure outputs, systems actually measure impact. Outputs get you a salary, impact gets you options in the market as a developer, as an engineer. And also, let's talk about what's happening right now, because Today AI writes like code in seconds. You can't even follow like how fast it ships code. Copilots, GPT, Claude, they generate like they're generating so much code, but they're generating boilerplate faster than any human ever could do and did in the past. So if your value again is speeding of typing code, man, you're fucked. You're being replaced as we speak in this video, as you watch this video. But here's what AI cannot do. AI cannot understand your business context. It cannot design systems that will scale for the next, I don't know, 5 damn years. And it can navigate politics of a technical decision. It cannot ask the right questions when the requirements are actually too vague. AI is definitely fast, but AI is not deep. The engineers who thrive in the next decades, they are not the ones who code fastest. They're the ones who think deep. So you need to think deep. And yes, they use AI to handle the mechanical work, and they spend their human cognition on what really humans can actually do. That is judgment, that is architecture, that is strategy. And AI cannot do that. This is the future, and the future rewards the slow engineer. So what you do with this? Let me give you one habit, just one, and you're done with this video. If you do nothing else from this video, please do only this. Every day before any meeting, before any Slack, before any Teams, before any WhatsApp or whatever you use, an email, spend like 2 hours, 3 hours in deep work. Put your phone away, no calls, no messages, no news, no notifications, no distractions at all. Just you and the hardest problem on your plate. Do that, and if you collect good earnings with that, reach me out, send me a DM on Instagram, and we'll talk about it, okay? See you there.